Raceway Park for the 9th annual running of the Big Bud Shootout, and 2 cars remain in round number 1. In the far lane of the track, the rookie, the number 8 qualifier. This is Casey Spurlock. Here in the near lane, the number 1 car in qualifying throughout the entire season. That's John Force. Now let's go to the far end of the racetrack. Steve's with Mark Oswald.
Well, no one expected, least of all Mark Oswald, for the winningest driver in today's Big Bud Shootout to be out round 1, but he just drove by you.
Well, yeah, it was shaking so hard I couldn't see and spinning the tires, you know, and then lifting off the throttle. You know, you can't win like that.
Still a game 550.
Thank you.
A tough break for the 2-time Big Bud Shootout champion. There's problems on Casey Spurlock's car. The body is up, the crew running back to the truck. If you look closely, underneath the car, you see that big brown puddle? That's oil coming out of the engine. Obviously an unsafe condition. Starter Buster Couchover giving the word to Casey, shut it off. And what a tough break for him. He is out now in round number 1. And much like Ed McCulloch a year ago, he can do nothing but sit and watch as John Force takes a single to advance to the Final 4. Throughout this past season, Force in the Castrol Oldsmobile qualified in the top spot 8 times. Spurlock walking back to the pit area. You know he has got to be disappointed. John Force just obliterates the competition. His elapsed time of 5:33 at 266 miles an hour. By 0.07 of a second, the quick time of this first round of eliminations of the Big Bud Shootout. That sets up the Final 4, where Bruce Larson takes on Scott Coletta, with Coletta having the lane choice. The other pair finds John Force against Ed McCulloch, and what a battle that will be. Force gets to pick his lane. McCulloch has got his work cut out for him. His crew headed up by Bernie Federley, hard at work preparing his race car to race Force in that Final 4 confrontation. But these crews are used to this kind of work. There's a couple of guys working on the engine. There's one hard at work on the clutch part. Bernie Federley and another crewman disassembling, checking, and reassembling the cylinder heads on Ed McCulloch. And there's a problem on John Force's car. Let's go down to Steve Evans.
Well, David, we got a bit of a fire brewing here in the blower manifold of John Force. Immediately they're over to put it out. Force was screaming to get a fire extinguisher over here. And apparently the burst panel blew out of the thing. We heard it bang right in the lights. John is not real happy, but I think he'll be happy when he hears the ET anyway. 5:33, John.
It's okay. That's what we expected. Need a little help down here, whatever. Just got a break there with him and just had a chance to go for it, but snake's back. It's biting us.
They've been having a lot of supercharger problems. They thought they had them cured. Apparently not.
Steve, that could spell disaster for Force's hopes to become a repeat champion. He won it back in 1987, was runner-up a year ago.
Burns up everything. I can't even get my car back. I told him.
While John Force and his crew have to solve the problems there.